There is There's breaking news to report to you as we're coming at you live on NEA Report 1 minute until 4 o'clock. Stan Morris reporting with you today. We want to let you know that the escaped inmate from Cleburne County has been arrested. We told you about this inmate earlier this week, the gentleman by the name of Ronald A. Long, Jr. He had escaped from authorities in Cleburne County. Well, now he's back in custody. That's what the report is, just coming in here from the Cleburne County Sheriff. Now, I want to let y'all know about this as he had been arrested for possession of meth less than 2 grams. He had the charge of third-degree escape added to it, fleeing, theft, other charges too. And this suspect is now in custody. Again, that is Ronald A. Long, and he is back in the hands of Cleburne County authorities. Stand by. We'll do the news right now. Welcome to the broadcast today. Glad to have you in with us as we're back to normal, hopefully for a little bit, if the weather will relent just a bit, okay? We could stand to not have sub-zero temperatures for 5 minutes, but nonetheless, we're going to watch wind chills tonight drop down to being very frigid. So we'll talk about all that coming up in your newscast. We've got some headlines to bring to you as well. But first of all, we want to bring to you a winner. See, every day, everybody that shares our newscast on their timeline is entered to win, and winners are announced the following day, so it pays to watch and share and watch again the next day. One winner chosen each day, and today's t-shirt winner is Brenda Kibbe. Congratulations, Brenda. You're the big winner for today. You'll be able to come pick your shirt up in just about a day or so at Ace One Technologies on Executive Drive in Jonesboro, and we'll be reaching out to you to get your shirt size to make sure that you're fitted to wear one of our Real Journalism shirts from NEA Report and our friends over at Creative Concepts. Hang around. More news is on the way. Just a second. It's 4 o'clock in Jonesboro, and we're following the crime trends, and specifically, is Jonesboro getting safer, or is it getting more dangerous? Well, we think we have an answer for you coming up. At least the statistics, they're going to tell you what they say. Plus, in the sense of crime, we want to talk about a little bit of that happened on Tuesday afternoon, including some burglars, or at least a burglar that targeted a Jonesboro woman. Also, an ironic case of shoplifting, where the suspect stole a case of Legos that were sort of art imitating life. We'll tell you what we're talking about in just a bit. Plus vehicle break-ins, the Randolph County wet-dry issue back up for discussion, and more on dicamba and more in general about the news, including a little bit of weather relief on the way next on NEA Report, so let's get to it.
Stan Morris reporting.
Glad to have you in with us tonight on a Wednesday evening that could be a little warmer, but we'll get our wish later in the week. That's coming up in your forecast in just a few. First tonight, let's talk about crime, shall we? It's a regular topic for us here on NEA Report. We often go out, cover live crime, and bring you the very latest reports as they're happening. Inevitably, one of the things that pops up in the discussions always is that Jonesboro's getting worse. People call it Memphis. They say that we're becoming Memphis, or that Jonesboro's really getting bad. So the question is it? And that's a question that we want to try to start following more and speaking less in rhetoric and more in facts. So if Jonesboro is getting worse, we need to know about it. We found out some crime reports today from December 2017, which would be the latest crime reports that are available to us, and it provides a little bit of an answer. And the answer is Jonesboro's getting better overall. Crime is decreasing overall, at least that's the statistic that was shown as of last month from year over year. But there's a little bit something more to that. You see, the total crime by month, it's broken down like this. And crime did go down in all areas except crimes against persons. Do you see that little sliver at the top of the pie chart there? That's the smallest percentage of crimes as far as how many were committed. I mean, we're talking 3%, just 33 for December. However, those are the most serious crimes by far. When you're talking about crimes against persons, you're talking about aggravated assault, robbery, forcible rape, murder as well. And the statistics show that in Jonesboro, in December, from the previous year, there was an increase There was an increase in the most serious types of crimes against persons by 27% from the same month the previous year. Breaking that down specifically, aggravated assaults were up 36%. 6 robberies were reported compared to 8 the year before, down just a little bit there. And 1 murder was reported in both months of 2016, 2017 in December. So a slight increase for crimes against people. However, crimes against property dropping in Jonesboro. This is good news. This is stuff that might include arson, burglaries, vehicle thefts, things of that nature, vehicle break-ins and such. So there's good news out of that. Although shoplifting crimes remained about the same, 95 reported in December 2017, 97 in 2016 December. So again, not really a change there, but we did see, and I thought this was notable. Look at the burglary numbers, and those charts are a little bit small, but that's the big one that's on the way all the way on the far left. Burglaries were cut in half from the same time the previous year. Also, vehicle break-ins, thefts from motor vehicles was also down. So some positive news there for our community. But we also got to tell you, another set of arrests that were up were 40% increases in crimes of proactive policing arrests. Those include drugs, driving under the influence, weapon law violations. Those are up a big number. In fact, the reason for that, it's kind of skewed, and the reason for that is because the Jonesboro Street Crimes Unit was reactivated on January 2nd, 2017, and since then, that's what they focus on. They focus on crimes of proactive policing, right, which includes drugs, drug paraphernalia arrests. Just including that, and with that in mind, I'd want to point out that drug arrests from the previous year, in December 2017, were up 91% for paraphernalia arrest and up 79% for drug violations themselves. Also, while we're mentioning the Street Crimes Unit, just want to let you know they seized almost $19,000 in drugs and almost $2,000 in assets in December. For the year total, over $400,000 and $122,000 in assets, and before that, drugs were seized by the Street Crimes Unit. I'm not sure why it is, but every time we look at one of the police reports that shows a burglary victim, and it shows that the victim was at work during the time that she or he was burglarized, it always seems to make it sting just a little bit more. But that's exactly what was reported Tuesday in Jonesboro, sometime between 8 and 4:30. On the 6,000 block of Crowley's Ridge Road, a house was broken into, and the report was that several items of jewelry were stolen: a class ring from Valley View with the initials SFW on it, an oval ring with MW on it, a single diamond, and a third gold ring with an emerald and diamond on it. Maybe items that you see for sale somewhere and you might be able to lead police to them. You could help solve this. It was a weird case, as the woman said during the day, a gentleman had come by between his 40s and 50s, knocking on the door and asked for a bottle. I'm not sure what kind of bottle he wanted, but nonetheless, that's what the report said. And the victim's father even found several footprints in the woods nearby, but officers were unable to get a clear photo of them, according to the report. The suspect faces felony charges, 2 different ones. And if you know who did this, you might be able to bring that suspect to custody. Please call 935-STOP, 870-935-7867 to contact Crime Stoppers of Jonesboro. A suspect was arrested Tuesday evening for allegedly shoplifting after authorities tried to get him to stop. It's what they found on him that was a little bit curious. They found an item that literally portrayed what had happened there. Shoplifting with irony, right? It was a Lego mountain arrest set that the gentleman was alleged to have stolen Tuesday evening at the Walmart Supercenter on Parker Road in Jonesboro. It was about 5 p.m. when the theft was reported, and store employee watched the white male walk out of the store with several items in his basket, but he had not paid for them. And the metal detector, or rather I should say the stolen item detector, well, it didn't exactly go off. So something was up, right? They knew something was going on. Well, officers made contact with the guy, and in unusual fashion, as a matter of fact, the chief of police actually pulled the suspect over. Chief Rick Elliott himself got behind the suspect vehicle, a maroon 2000 Pontiac Firebird, and Elliott pulled the vehicle over. Cody J. Rushton, 22 of Jonesboro, was in the vehicle. And also in the vehicle, according to the police report, was a welder where the item had been, the anti-theft item had been taken off of it or tampered with. It had a key, the gentleman had a key that had used it on there, and evidently, well, he popped it off, and that's a crime in and of itself. And also in the vehicle was a Lego superhero set, along with a Lego City Mountain arrest set. The latter Lego set includes a crook, a getaway car, a police officer, and it's set on a mountain, kind of like maybe Crowley's Ridge. I don't know. The gentleman was cited for theft, less than $1,000, unlawful possession of a theft detection device, and unlawful removal of a theft detection device. The items were returned to Walmart. The report, by the way, said that the suspect said he was sorry and that he was a college student trying to make money for school. He is now criminally banned from all Walmart locations. Is Randolph County going to be a wet county or a dry county? It's a question that's once again being raised as the 2018 election looms. 2016 was a time where that effort was made. The Keep Revenue in Randolph County group gave it their all, and 4,000 signatures made it on petitions just to give voters a chance to vote on the matter, right? And it still didn't get done. So they're going to try to go for it again, but they got to find out if they've got enough people to get on board and help petition and help get signatures, and that may be where you come in. See, remember, this isn't just to make it turn wet. This is just to get people to vote on the matter. That's it. They're having a meeting at 2 p.m. Sunday, January 28th. If you'd like to find out more information about that, it's the Keep Revenue in Randolph County group, and you probably remember that name as that's the same name that they went by in 2016 and probably several years back now. I talked to some folks involved with the group today, and they told NEA Report that this time their effort, it's simple. It's going to be more blunt. It's going to be more out there and spreading the word more, and they need local people to help them, they said. And so at 2 p.m. at the Rendezvous Event Center on West Everett and Pocahontas on Sunday, January 28th, that's when this meeting is going to be held. And if you're interested, if you want to find out more information, if you want to help, or if you just want to show up, maybe you want to protest, who knows, whatever you want to do, that's the time for it. And you can find more information by connecting with the group on Facebook or go to neareport.com. Yes, the temperatures, they've been brutal, but there is relief on the way, and it's within grasp, as a matter of fact, in your New Wave Wireless forecast, home of the $49 iPhone screen repair. Can't wait to show you some of these temperatures, because based on that wind chill just today, it was around the negative mark this morning. It's been brutal past few days, too. And I'm not going to say it's going to feel exactly good tomorrow, or especially even tonight, but it's getting better. And that's what it's all about. The forecast right here from New Wave looks like this tonight, down to 13 degrees. And it's a wind chill night where it's going to be cold, too. So for those responders that are out, wind chill's down to about 5, okay? But then tomorrow, sunny skies with a high near 36. The wind chill down to 3. Still very nasty, but it starts to get a little bit better. First, before that, tomorrow night, clear and a low around 24. Then on Friday, that's when we see the relief in sight with a high near 45 degrees and sunny skies on the way. It's going to be a windy day, though, 10 to 15 mile per hour winds, so just be prepared for that. Friday night, partly cloudy, a low down to 36 degrees. On Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 54. And then Saturday night, there's a chance for showers that starts to roll in. It's a 30% shot at those showers with mostly cloudy skies, a low around 49. And south winds 10 to 15 mile per hour. They could be banging on your window there with the tree branches. I guess the winds can't really bang on your window. Well, maybe they could. Depends on what kind of windows you got, right, James? How about Sunday? 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy skies at a high near 60. Going to be a breezy day on Sunday. And then those thunderstorms still possible up until around midnight. Then showers with a low around 42. Chance for precipitation 80%, but that's all gone by Monday. Good news is Monday mostly sunny and a high near 62. Just around the corner, we're going to tell you about a rash of vehicle break-ins that have been taking place, and in specifics, what they're taking. Plus, in relation to that as well, a story about gun owner responsibility and how you can keep from not just being a victim, but perhaps helping others create victims too. It's all next on NEA Report. Stick around.
Are you or one of your loved ones in a nursing home? Spending $4,000, $5,000, or $6,000 per month for specialized care? You may be able to preserve most of your remaining net worth if you act now. Seniors who are wartime veterans may be eligible for immediate benefit. Protect yourself from all of these uncertainties. Call today for a free consultation. You have questions? The Oldham Law Firm has answers.
If you're a business owner, gaining new customers and retaining them is your top priority and biggest hurdle. Today, 85% of customers search online or look for you on social media. Do you have an effective strategy to reach them? At Ace One, we will customize a digital marketing strategy comprising of social media, web, and video marketing that fits your budget. Our dedicated account managers will work with you to create engaging campaigns, covering all digital media outlets. Ace One, your partner in digital marketing. Contact us today.
Family Medical Clinic of Walnut Ridge and Bono are your neighborhood healthcare providers, and we're now accepting new patients. We know you have a tight schedule, so we're here 6 days a week at both locations from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome. In Walnut Ridge, stop by 1045 West Main Street or call us to make an appointment, 886-8300. In Bono, we're on Highway 63 North or call 930-9990. Walnut Ridge Family Medical Clinic and Bono Family Medical Clinic, here for you when you need us.
Independence County authorities are advising remove valuables from your vehicles at night. Some crooks have been out and about breaking in to different vehicles and stealing items, including guns, wallets, and purses over the last several nights. This has ranged from happening in Batesville to Pleasant Plains, and it includes guns, credit cards, debit cards, and other suspected stolen items that have been taken there. Now, if you have any information about who may have stolen the items and you can assist police, you'd be a huge asset to your community. 870-793-8838. But police in Independence County are suggesting get your valuables out of the vehicle at night, or they may not be there when you wake up. That story from the Independence County Sheriff's Department makes it the perfect time to remember gun owner responsibility, and specifically not leaving those vehicles unlocked at night with a gun left in them, or valuables for that matter, but guns especially, considering what all's entailed there. It's a perfect time to check in with our friends at Northeast Arkansas News, where reporter Alexis Padilla filed a report earlier this week on responsible gun ownership, covering this exact topic.
Logan Lee has been involved with gun safety since he graduated college. He is now the owner of 141 Shooting Range, where he teaches not just how to use a weapon, but the responsibility that comes along with owning it.
You have to do it right. And that's why there's so many anti-gun people and so much anti-gun legislation, is because the people who do have guns, a lot of us we're being very negligent. And I think that we all have to step up as responsible gun owners.
It is not responsible leaving a gun unattended, especially in a car or truck where it can get stolen.
When we need it now. We don't have time to go out to our vehicle. And I think a lot of times people who leave it in their car do it for emotional safety. And emotional safety is not really what a gun is for. It's for your physical safety.
Stolen guns have been a problem the Jonesboro Police Department has faced for a while. So far during 2018 alone, there have already been 12 different reports of stolen guns, 10 of which have been from breaking and entering of cars. JPD Sergeant Cassie Brandon says stolen firearms often lead to more crimes.
Gun violence is a real thing, and the easy availability of firearms is part of the problem, and this makes it easier for people to get firearms because they don't have to go through the normal process. If they want to buy a gun, they can just buy one on the street, and generally those are stolen firearms.
Sergeant Cassie Brandon says the problem with this oftentimes is that people breaking into cars already know what they're looking for. So it's best to make sure that 1, your car is locked, and that 2, nothing is in sight. JPD is working to solve these crimes, but they can't do it alone.
We do what we can to deter crime, and that is our mission, but we can't be everywhere at once, and so we need the cooperation of the public to work with us on this.
For Northeast Arkansas News, I'm Alexis Padilla.
Dicamba took one more step toward being banned on Tuesday afternoon, but by the time the week is over, chances are we're going to have a decision made, and it's probably not going to be in favor of those that are hoping to be able to plant with dicamba. Subcommittee approved it on Tuesday, the ban, and the full Legislative Council will be hearing the matter on Friday. It's scheduled for 9 a.m. on Friday, and if it's approved, then the ban will be from April 16th through October 31st. And that's pretty much that for the issue after that, right? It's been a hot topic for discussion as a task force was appointed by Governor Asa Hutchinson to study the issue, and it made the ban recommendation to the Arkansas State Plant Board, which voted in late 2017 to ban its use after a slew of drift damage related complaints had been filed in the state of Arkansas. Let's give you one final look at your New Wave Wireless forecast before we call it a wrap tonight, although we'll be back tomorrow with more news at 4 p.m. for all of Northeast Arkansas, right? That's how we do it every day. Here it is from New Wave Wireless, and this is what it looks like for tonight. Going to be a really cold one. In fact, those wind chills tonight, for anybody that's a first responder or that's an officer of the law and you're out tonight, have gloves, please. The wind chill's down to 5. 13 for the overnight low tonight. Be careful with the pipes freezing. Keep that stuff into consideration as well as your pets and your animals and all of that sort of consideration stuff that goes into the cold weather, right? Thursday, sunny with a high near 36 and wind chills down to 3. Then Thursday night, clear, a low around 24. Friday, look at that. The relief begins. 45 for the high, 54 by Saturday with some clouds rolling in. 60 by Sunday, but some showers start to roll in late Saturday and last into Sunday. Maybe even a few thunderstorms moving in on Sunday as well. That'll do it for us tonight on NEA Report. We're glad you joined us tonight. I hope you'll share it with your friends. It'll get you entered to win a t-shirt. We might be making you a winner tomorrow. Might hook you up with some swag thanks to our friends at Creative Concepts. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. with more news from Northeast Arkansas. We'll see you then, unless breaking news changes everything, and then we'll be right back.